welcome back to my channel. My name is Marianne Allen. I am so excited you're here. I have with me here Miss Kiki. She's not going to be saying anything. She's just chilling in the back. So don't pay her any mind, okay? Just pay attention to me. So I promised you guys that I would talk about my monthly expense here in Ghana. And I had a really busy day, and it's the end of the day, and I remembered, so I decided to just do a quick video talking about that. But I previously mentioned that one of the reasons why I liked Ghana, or I decided to transition to Ghana first before going to Liberia, is the fact that there's some sense of stability when it comes to your monthly expenses, and especially when you're making a major move, and oh, the mosquitoes. When you're making a major move and you're not really sure about income and sustainability, and you really want it to work, one of the key things is to have a stable budget, or something that doesn't vary much month to month. And I like that about Ghana. And another thing is because I kind of like to have some sense of control over my spending, or like my monthly budget. So it just made more sense having that security and that stability, at least within the first year or so, just to understand, oh my gosh, just to understand how things are going. And because when you first transition, you still have bills, a little bit of bill from the US that you're still paying. So you don't want a really high expense in Africa when you first move, just so you can balance it out. So it made sense to start up in Ghana, and that was one of the key reasons. So I'm just gonna get right into it. So for I did not include rent, because rent is usually paid lump sum, so you pay for the year, or you pay for 6 months at a time. So I did not include rent. It's just the recurring monthly expenses. So for food, and like I said, our budget is not tight. I mean, there maybe what we would say is tight would be like entertainment, because we would want to do a lot more, but then again, we can if we want to. So the Rich always likes to plan a little more, so that you don't have to go into your savings, because if you make it too tight and then you run into some things, you would be forced to go into your savings. So we always have wiggle room. So for our food budget, I kind of divided it into two. There are things that we get from the supermarket, just because we like it or we're used to it from the US, and then there's the local market expense. So for the local market, for the entire month, I have $200 budgeted for that, 200 US dollars, and that would be like the equivalent of, that would be about 1,400 Ghana cedis for local market. And we do use up quite a bit, because I like to buy in bulk. So I'll buy like goat meat, like the meat and the fish and the stuff. I buy them in bulk. I'll buy a lot of things in bulk, but I still get a little bit left over from that money, which is fine too, because like sometimes during the month, if I have an appetite for something and I want to make it, I have money to go and do that. So for the food budget, it would be $300, because 200 goes to the local market, and then $100 goes to the supermarket. Man, it's like we call them out here to murder us. Whew, jeez. The mosquitoes, this video has to be really quick, because the mosquitoes are killing me. Um, and then we'll move to like electricity and power. Kiki ran away because of the mosquitoes. So for electricity, electricity is our most expensive bill, and it does not have to be expensive, but we have a big house. We have a 4-bedroom house. We have, so each room has an air condition, and then the living room has one. Then the family room upstairs, which is not a bedroom, has another one. Um, when it was just Kiki and myself here, when Riz traveled to the US, our budget was pretty low because we would be like in the same location, and we don't like it cold all the time. So once the house cool off, we just turn it off, and then once it starts getting stuffy again, we'll turn it on. So we were able to manage our budget. But then when Rich came, Rich is high maintenance. Okay, he likes it cold. So most times it's like we have all of it. Stop it. When he's here, we tend to have a lot of air conditioning running. I mean, and okay, so understand that we all work from home. We all like we do everything from home. We're not outside of the house most of the time. Only on the weekends we go out. During the week we're home. And when you're home from morning to evening and you have to keep the air conditioning on, that's pretty much like 24-hour we have air conditioning running. Um, it would differ on the number of them that would be on, but more than likely we would have, I would say, 3 at all times. Yeah, 3 at all times. So Kiki's usually in her room, so Kiki's room, the living room that I'm usually in, and then Rich office. So that's 3 areas, like all day. So we had previously budgeted, what did we budget? $150. And it was okay, but we were running a little short of it, like closer towards the end of the month. We would tap up a little more. So then we just decided to just up the budget so that we don't have to be going to take money to come and fill that up. So now we put the electricity budget up to $250. So $125 for the first 2 weeks and $125 for the second week. And that's plenty. I mean, and we kind of made it that way so that we never have to worry about that, you know. So $250, and it has been consistent. Yeah, like really consistent. So we don't have to worry about that anymore or running out. And then for transportation, which is like taking Uber to Accra and stuff, like I said, we don't go out a lot except on the weekends. Sometimes during the week, I have more flexibility, so I would run errands and stuff. But we have budgeted $150. And that would, so we have budgeted $150 for transportation for the entire month, and that's plenty. I haven't really been tracking it, if we use it all or if we use under. I mean, when money's left over, it kind of just goes away. So I don't track that. It kind of just gets sucked up into something else, you know. So yeah, so transportation 150. Oh, I'm not even giving you guys the equivalent in Ghana cedis. And then so 150, which is like 1,100 Ghana cedis a month for transportation. And then for phone data, so because we're home, we use the internet at home when we're home 24 hours. But when we leave the house, we don't have internet, so we have to have data on our phones to use to be able to browse. So for that, we budgeted $50 a month, which would be the equivalent of 350 Ghana cedis. Data is Data usage in Ghana is a lot slower than Liberia, so that's plenty. In fact, we've been using $30 US a month, not 50. So I got like an extra 20 on there that I can spend on something else. But the 30, so what we do, we send 10, the equivalent of 10 US dollars worth to each phone. So we have three, and then it just lasts us for the month. Sometimes it runs into the other month. So even though it's budgeted, we don't always spend that money, that allocated money, because it's plenty. So while we're talking about data, I'm gonna talk about the internet. Jeez, the mosquitoes out here are ridiculous. So for the internet, when we first came, because Rich was here like a month before we got here, so he kind of tested all of these things out. And he noticed, like, when he first came, he didn't know how much internet we needed, so he was kind of doing like the smaller package. But then by the time we came, he was like, based on the usage that I've seen, we're just gonna go with the unlimited package. So the way the internet works, they have different packages. So there's a small family package, there are different kind of packages that you can pay for, and it's very reliable. So we just got the unlimited family, so it's kind of like the big family package for 800 Ghana cedis a month, which is the equivalent of which is what we have budgeted is $130. So $130, and you have unlimited internet. And this internet is like, Rich has a lot of meetings, Zoom meetings and stuff. Our daughter's school online, so she's on video call. I also work remotely, so we're all on our computers. We use our Netflix, we watch, I mean, like, you can do whatever you want. We are on YouTube all the time. So videos, like whatever, just how we would use the internet in the US without worrying about it, that's how it is here. And we pay $130 for that every month. Then the cable TV, we just got cable TV, DSTV, because we used to just use our Netflix. We're not big TV people. Rich he's more of a movie person than any of us. We would rather be on our phones browsing than watching TV. So we got the smaller package for the DSTV, and that's like the equivalent of $30 US a month. So for entertainment, we go out on weekends. For the entire month, we have budgeted $200 US, which is like 1,400 Ghana cedis, and that is if we went to a restaurant to eat or went to sit to a lounge or something, and that's for the entire month. There are some weekends where we go out multiple days in the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we run a little low on cash. And when we go out, like, we eat, we know how to order, like we like to get fancy stuff, so we use that pretty well. And then, so that's for entertainment. And then for miscellaneous, we budgeted $100 for that. That $100 is kind of just like whatever else pops up, but then I use it also to get like tissue, paper towel, cleaning materials, and those kind of stuff. So I would say like $50 covers all the cleaning and stuff, and then the other $50 it just sits there for just in case. We don't get just in case because maybe because we don't have family members here too, so people are not coming over to ask and those kind of things. So that budget is pretty consistent. And then for water, our water bill, so we get running water. So the city sends the bill, is about $20 on average monthly. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Now, mind you, we have a few bills in the US that we're still paying yet, and we're going to be paying for a little bit. So this is not our total budget, but that's the Ghana portion, that's the Africa portion. So the total for our Africa Ghana budget is $1,130 every month, and that is consistent. Like I said, it's on the higher end, so we do have a little wiggle room, and we have little money left in the different categories that we can put in other areas if things don't reach. So that's kind of what we've been spending, and that is what we expect to keep spending for a while. So $1,130, which is the equivalent of 8,300 Ghana cedis monthly. Yeah, I don't know if you have questions. The mosquitoes are killing me out here, so I'm just gonna end this video here. If you have questions for me, let me know in the comment section, and then let me know your thoughts as well, and I will respond in a timely manner. Thank you so much for coming back and watching. I hope to see you in another video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. I relocated from the US to Ghana as a transition to my home country, Liberia, and I am glad that you're following my journey. If you want to know how my experience is in Ghana, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button. I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.